Sorry, I had to do the old school build up. I was going to try to do something else, but I didn't know how to. So I just kind of kept going.
Hey, it is what it is, man.
Yeah, it is what it is.
All right, everybody, welcome to another episode of Layers of the Culture. This is episode 11.
Don't say for our Spanish-speaking audience.
Yes, sir. It's your man Kurt, and this is
Howie.
And we got a few things to talk about today, man. But before we get too far, how was your week?
Man, we've been pretty good. I got I'm driving around my new whip. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's the new Pinto 2000. No, I'm just playing.
Not the Pinto 2000.
The Pinto 2000. Nah, but it's man, it's a good little gas saver too. It's like, well, it's a 2-door coupe, but it actually got a third door.
Yeah.
But it was a pretty good ride. I just filled it up with gas, and it's gonna save me on the gas bill. Only pay like a little over $30.
Yeah.
To fill it up, and with these gas prices, boy, I tell you what,
man, listen.
And then my job and trying to hold that down. You know what I'm saying? And my second job, now I just gotta figure out how the hell I'm gonna get back to school. But other than that, that's it.
Yeah,
How about you, sir? How was your week?
Everything's been good, man. Like I said, my life is pretty standard. I just work, punch the clock, and then try to rest. Like I said, I got a new lady in my life, and everything's been going great with her. So I have no complaints at the moment, man. Everything's good.
No, I feel you on that getting rest joint, man. I'm telling you, man. That's like a shit whooping my ass.
Yeah.
So, it's not so bad. It's just the fact that, like, damn, you up that late, and it's like, damn, I really should be asleep. So,
yeah, man, that's life, man. I know how that is.
Yeah, it is.
It's crazy. But yeah, so we can go ahead and jump into the episode. I don't know if we have a question of the day, but we will.
I got a question. Yeah, the question today. I'm sorry, I meant to share it with you. I'm sorry.
No, you good. You good.
Right. So, and it kind of goes along with our focus topic today, but have hip hop artists and listeners grown in hip hop? And what I mean by grown is like mature.
Oh, okay.
In hip hop.
Well, I think that's a good question. Have people who listen to hip hop and, people who just growing up in hip hop in general, have they matured? I know I have, you know what I mean? I think I still love the classic hip hop, you know what I mean? So but I have matured in the ways of I can appreciate some of the newer music, even though it may not be the boom bap that I'm used to.
Mm-hmm.
I can still appreciate some of it for what it is. Now, yeah, there is some out there that's just straight trash, and people, will sit there and say, oh, this is a bop or a vibe, and I'm just like, nah. But there's some of them out there, I'm like, okay, I'm feeling that. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But what about yourself?
As an artist standpoint, I feel especially like, until like this recent thing with Kendrick, which is still like a crazy phenomenon. It seemed like rap was the same thing. I got money, got bitches, I got this.
Right.
I think, and shout out to Curtis King again. But he made a good point. It's like, this music was, some of the stuff like alluding to Kendrick, and then like, which we'll talk about later, the Common and Pete Rock album, how a phenomenal job that was. But it just seems like now, people are looking towards those things, those type of artists, because it's like, look, man, everybody's like feeling it right now. And I don't give a fuck about how much money you got or this and that. And I went to the club, and like, you got to grow past that. Like, that ain't going to get you, So,
yeah.
But yeah, that I'll probably, like I said, this kind of goes towards our focus question, because I want to talk some more about that and mix it in with some other stuff a little bit. But yeah, that's That's what I'll have to say about that.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. But y'all weigh in the comments. Let us know what you think. You know what I mean about growing up in hip hop and maturing and all that good stuff, man. Because I mean, there's a lot more to hip hop than just the music too. You know, we got to think about the other stuff too.
Oh yeah,
the
other element,
all the other elements. But yeah, it's a great question. Great question. All right, so we can jump into a few birthdays real quick. I got a few, just a handful. Well, I posted something today for Guru because today is his birthday, which is the 17th. Yeah, rest in peace. But I had announced his birthday last week. But after Guru, coming up tomorrow, we got my man Hobson. Happy birthday to him on the 18th.
All right.
Also on the 20th, we got my man DJ Screw and also Cool G Rap. Happy birthday to them. Right. G Rap is definitely a legend. I believe he is working on some music right now, but I don't know the whole story. So on the 22nd, we got my man Petey Pablo representing North Carolina.
Oh, shut up, representing like a helicopter. Oh yeah, we saw. Remember, he came to the Force.
Yeah, we saw him on the LL Cool J tour.
Yeah,
that was a great experience. You know, I was real happy to see him, especially repping for North Carolina. So you know, that worked out really good. And then coming up on the 24th, happy birthday goes out to my man Esoteric from Czarface. And then the last but not least, on the 27th, coming up, we got Tory Lanez and also West Side Gun.
I can't do the gun thing. Thank you.
I can't even do it that good, you know what I mean? Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I think that's West Side Gun's one. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, he the one to do that one.
Yeah.
It's the other one that does the rapid fire.
Benny or Conway?
Conway. I think it's Conway. I think that, well, you know what? I can't remember, but all that shit is dope as fuck though, either way. But anyway, so that's it for the birthdays. Happy birthday to all of them. Let me jump into some new music. I got a few things we want to talk about on that. Of course, we got the new Common and Pete Rock album. That is dope. I did get a chance to listen to that. We're going to come back and talk about that in a little while as one of our topics. My man RJ Payne, he got a new joint coming out with KRS-One.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's dope, man. I was real happy to hear. He said it's coming soon. The death of Slim Shady. We definitely want to talk about that a little bit. And one other thing real quick. My man G Depp is trying to make a comeback. He's been showing up on a lot of stuff. He got a freestyle out over the Like That beat. The one with Kendrick was
okay.
Fuck the big three, nigga. It's just big me. Yeah, he got a freestyle out over that. Yeah. So, but yeah, let's talk a little bit about the death of Slim Shady, because I think that one is doing pretty good as far as acceptance, and I think it's also doing what is expected, which is Karens and all of them trying to cancel it, because you know Slim Shady. You know, you say no more. You know what he's going to do when he's in Slim Shady mode. So he's definitely got people out there trying to cancel him. But I like what I've heard. I've only heard about maybe 3 or 4 joints, but I do like what I heard. It was traditional Eminem. You know what I mean? He giving you a little hip hop, a little punk vibes. You know what I mean? A little rock, kind of mixing it all together. But the rhymes really feel like he's back in that Slim Shady era. You know what I mean? So I got to give him that.
Yeah, one thing I liked about the album, like one of the songs is like how Slim and them, which I mean, he's always done this in his career, that they're like a split personality. You know what I'm saying? So it's really, you know, it kind of goes back to like, and watch out now. I'm not saying that he's this, but what I'm saying is what Biggie did with Give Me the Loot, how, you know, he switched up the vocals to sound like somebody else. I feel like he's doing that with the Slim, and you can clearly hear it. I think it's creative. I mean, it's been something that's not really been, you know, any creativity has really been done in a while in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Back in the 80s, 90s, people had created, you know, creative juices flowing, and I mean, just made magical things, but we don't have too much of that.
Exactly. And I think if you're a real, if you can appreciate him for who he is, I think you would like the Death of Slim Shady album. So, I definitely would say check it out. You know what I mean? Because we got to be versatile with our ears. We got to listen to a little bit of everything. Like I said, if I can learn to appreciate some of these newer artists, even though they're not rapping like we used to rap, then, y'all can appreciate some of the older artists as well. You know what I mean? Go back and check out some of Eminem's early stuff and then, look at the new album too. You know what I mean? So I like what he's been doing. I mean, he's been staying consistent enough that he's kind of doing like Nas. Like every now and then, I'm not going to let y'all forget about me. You know what I mean? So only thing I've been wondering is he retiring after this? Or is this more so I'm just doing one last Slim Shady album? You know what I mean? Is this the death of Slim Shady only? Because like you said, he's got the split personality. He's got the Eminem personality, Slim Shady. He's got Marshall Mathers. So yeah, so we'll see, man. But so far I've heard a few songs and I like what I've heard. Like I said, it's traditional M. And he kind of gives you a mixture of everything. So I kind of like that about him. So yeah. Anything else you want to say about the Slim Shady, Death of Slim Shady?
I think that's it.
All right. So let's go ahead and jump into our topics, man. Real quick, I want to go over a couple of small things. Rapper Pop Smoke, who has been deceased for a little bit now, someone kind of violated and desecrated his gravesite.
It's like, dang, that man can't get no break.
Yeah,
even after death.
Yeah, and it's like, for me, I feel like, I hope it's not some just young kids trying to go viral and do nothing stupid, but the way they described it, I don't think he's buried in the ground. I think he's got like a crypt. Like a mausoleum type of thing. But I guess they vandalized that and they also try to drag the coffin out of it.
Dang.
Yeah, so whoever did that shit is foul, man. Hey.
Man, this is wild, yo, because like this is just wild.
Yeah, it's just crazy, man. It's like, what do you got to prove by doing that? You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. We'll see what happens, but I know if it was some random people, I know the street's gonna be looking for them. You know what
facts.
I mean? Hopefully it wasn't like somebody who had beef with him, because it's like, at this point, what's the point? You know what I mean? Let it go, man. But anyway, also, my man's Lil Wayne, I don't know, nobody knows how to take this, but he did a concert. He was doing a show in Vegas, and in the middle of one of his songs, the motto, during the hook, he started chanting, "They not like us. They not like us. They not like us." So yeah, everybody's wondering, like, was that a shot at Kendrick, or was that him supporting Kendrick? Because I don't think there's really a Young Money anymore. Drake is on his own doing his thing. Nicki's doing her thing.
It's just the money.
Right. So it's just money. So I don't know. And I know that, remember, Kendrick did talk about how Drake slept with Wayne's girl while he was locked up. So I'm like, is there some beef between them because of that? You know what I mean? Is that why Wayne did it? Or was he really just mocking Kendrick? So I don't know. I feel like he might have been mocking Drake more so than anybody.
Oh, yeah.
But supposedly he had one of the OVO chains on.
Oh, really?
So that's why I say, okay, which was he doing? Was it supporting Drake? Was it supporting Kendrick? So I don't know, man. Y'all weighing in the comments. Let us know what y'all think about that, because that's wild right there.
Yeah.
One other thing. Somebody has developed their They Not Like Us video game. This shit is funny. I haven't seen it yet, but supposedly you get to play as Kendrick, you know what I mean? And, as he's going around fighting people, when he hits people, it's like, wop, wop, wop. It makes the wop sound, you know what I mean? Like he did with the song. So, a lot of people developing their own games nowadays, you know what I mean? It's not just waiting on somebody big, like EA to make a game. You can make your own game. So this was supposedly made by somebody on a private tip. And I think that's dope that they were able to do that. But supposedly, you hear the They Not Like Us playing in the background, while you playing the game. Because, you know, any good game is going to have some music to it. You know what I mean?
They need to make the Kendrick and Knuckles.
Right.
Kendrick, I told you, they had like an animation of like, I don't know if you've seen it on TikTok, where like Kendrick and Knuckles was dancing together to do it.
Dang, I didn't even see that. I didn't even see that.
I'm down with Kendrick and Knuckles. I can see that.
That would be dope. That would be dope. I would love to see that.
Yo, Kendrick and Knuckles, yo.
But yeah, man, so I thought that was interesting that my man made a game, Kendrick Lamar, They Not Like Us game. So anyway, but yeah, we can jump on to some bigger topics. Let's go back and you want to talk about the Common and Pete Rock album?
Yeah, man. I'm not gonna lie, that was a breath of fresh air, especially with the you know what I'm saying, with everything going on with Kendrick and Drake. To me, this album to me says like, hey, I understand this is going on. Let's get back to some music. You know what I'm saying? And
Facts.
and it was, you know what I'm saying, it was really soulful. It really, someone when they talked about the album, they made the perfect analogy. It's like B meets Resurrection, like on the album joint. And then when I heard him, like, yeah, he kind of hit that on the head.
Yeah.
The first track, Dreaming, is just dope. The name dropping and stuff he was talking, the people he passed on. And I like the fact that he used Biggie and Prodigy instead of Big and Pop.
Right.
You know, everybody
I thought that was dope too.
Yeah, I thought that was dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He said something like Biggie and Prodigy told me to grab the mic.
Yeah. So it was kind of dope to really hear that. You know. You know what I'm saying? It was definitely a breath of fresh air. It was, you know, I know some people will be like, you know, this ain't got no bops or nothing like that.
Right.
But nah,
you can't play it in the club.
Yeah, you can't play it. Nah, you can't. But this is a sit back, relax, you know, drink something, smoke something if you got it. You know, if that's what you do. Hell, I don't even smoke turkey, so I don't do nothing. But anyway.
He said, I don't even smoke turkey.
Yeah, I don't even smoke turkey. But yeah, man, great album, man. Definitely something everybody should check out.
Agreed. I felt pretty much the same way. I thought it was just really refreshing. It really gave you, so a couple things. For me, it gave you that classic Common sound. Because Common just has a certain sound and vibe to him. And it gave me that. It also gave me the classic Pete Rock sound. Matter of fact, three things. Not only did we get the classic Pete Rock sounds, it also gave me Pete Rock and CL Smooth vibes. It felt like Common and Pete Rock were a real group. Like this is what they should have been, or you know, in another life they would have been.
Yeah.
So, you know, that for me was really just refreshing, man. I loved it. All the beats, you know, had me vibing out. All the rhymes. I mean, he's real heavy with the metaphors and comparisons in the bars. Like you said, all the name drops. I mean, he was really giving that I used to love her vibe. You know what I mean? That, for me, that's how it felt. It felt like this was him just appreciating hip hop and not even just saying I'm bringing something back. It's just I love hip hop and y'all gonna know it through this song or through this album. So, and of course, I'm pretty sure they're gonna do another album because this one is called the Auditorium Part 1, Volume 1.
Volume 1.
So obviously that indicates that they're gonna make another one. So I'm excited already about that.
And what you said, like that's going back to what you shared with me. I think it was Cameron and Mace. Yeah. And they were talking, you know, we talked about, you know, the whole thing with Jay-Z going to the, you know, the Tom Brady's.
That's exactly why I sent it to you.
And, you know what I'm saying, to hear that, like what you were saying, like Common just loves hip hop. And the fact that he was able to express that on this album, you know, really resonates with the people, you know, the fans and the listeners that he has.
Facts. Yeah. Facts, man. I mean, dude is doing his thing, man. Definitely doing his thing. And, you know, what Cam said about Jay-Z, it really made sense to me. It was like,
facts.
You know, the way he described it, I was like, you right. He was like, you know, I don't think he was trying to take a shot at Jay-Z, but he was like, yeah, I don't think he loves hip hop the
Oh
way
no,
somebody like Nas loves hip hop. You know what I mean?
it's very evident. It's very evident. Really, I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, and it's kind of weird because in that sense, it's like people are finally, I don't know, because the whole thing with Diddy and everything, but everybody's kind of getting comfortable of saying, "Hey, this is what this is." You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it's good to have that healthy conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely, man. So, hopefully that'll wake something up in Jay-Z that'll, spark him to do something, but we'll see. But the Common and Pete Rock album, y'all please support that. Go check it out. They got it on YouTube, you know what I mean? Stream it. It don't even cost no money to stream it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just open your fucking ears. You know what I mean?
yeah, I definitely want to try to get that one on vinyl.
Yeah, I would love that.
I need to get it be on vinyl as well.
Yeah.
Because I got Resurrection.
Okay,
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. I need to get some more vinyls too. But yeah, man, it's
Nah, man, shit, money.
right.
It's like, look, you want to listen to records, nigga? You want to eat?
Right.
You know what I'm
saying? Right. You want to
can't eat them records.
You gonna want to eat?
Yeah, I mean, it's real right now.
Yeah. There used to be a record label called Delicious Vinyl. That's funny.
Yeah, man.
But you can't eat vinyl though.
Can't eat vinyl.
But yeah, man. So I would definitely recommend that album. I got to listen to it and I loved it. Every single song. I was just zoning out to it. So, I could really feel where Common was at. You know what I mean? I could really feel the vibes of the album. So anyway, let's you want to go into our big topic here?
Yeah. So basically, we have the question today is hip hop grown, you know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying, our focus topic, yeah, pretty much is hip hop grown up. I mean, we just talked about, the Common and Pete Rock. And I'm not saying that, that, oh, if you're not listening to that, you're not a mature, black male in the, the scope of things. That's not what I'm saying. But I mean, it just seems like for the longest time, we've been getting a certain type of thing for hip hop. It's been materialistic.
Right.
I kind of blame that on the Diddy era.
Right. Right.
I mean, it's been materialistic, misogynistic. I mean, you can go back on that misogynistic. No real direction, no like upliftment or building or anything like that. So, and then on top of that, what I'm saying, just tied in with the Lord Jamar, KRS-One, and all that other stuff going on. You're arguing about, well, who created it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's so many nuances to it, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, have we grown? Have we, as hip hop artists, have we matured, or have we, because going back to Drake, I know that's been
Drake.
Yeah, I know, right? Everybody's been like, saying just, dog piling on him and all that stuff with the loss.
Yeah.
But the fact that like this man is still trolling and still trying to get attention.
Yeah.
Look, I get you signed the 400 M's. You got to make something happen. I get it. But most losers of a battle, they bow out gracefully. Like, hey, I lost. And then they try to, you know what I'm saying? They like, look, I lost. I'm working on this. I'm getting, hey, it is what it is. But nah, you just so, you know what I'm saying? It's like you're doing petty shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, it's ridiculous. But
unnecessary shit.
Yeah. Man. But yeah, those are my thoughts.
Yeah, unnecessary shit, man. I mean, but hip hop overall, I mean, as far as growing up and maturing, I mean, I'm it's hard to say because I do feel like rap in itself, just rap as a category, may not be maturing as much, but I do think hip hop overall is maturing. Because if you still got people like Common around, showing their maturity and where they're at, Nas showing his maturity, all of those guys who are still keeping that spirit of hip hop alive, not just we out here to make money and hold a stack of dollars up against our ear, on Instagram.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know what I
like to
mean?
see Common do that shit.
Right. You're not gonna see that.
Nah,
You're gonna see Common breakdancing on the motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yep.
He's walked up to people in the middle of the street, showing them his lyrics, showing them his breakdancing and shit like that. You know what I mean? Even people like Jadakiss, you know what I mean? We call him breakdancing sometimes. So, they can still appreciate those types of parts of the art form, you know what I mean? Or the culture. Because this is a culture, and the culture does have layers to this shit. So,
yep.
And, we appreciate y'all. I just want to mention that while we're talking about the culture, we appreciate y'all. Anybody who's been following us from day one or has started following us, we appreciate every last one of y'all. Especially, like I said, we've been growing a lot faster on TikTok. And so, I think people are appreciating our content over there, trying to get a little more likes and subscribes on Instagram and YouTube and stuff like that. So, just keep checking us out. We're on all the platforms. We're on Spotify too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I meant to have some audio out last week. Like I said, life happened. So today stuff and, the past week stuff, we'll be talking to, I'll bring that, upload that.
Yeah, anything.
I apologize, folks. It's just been crazy,
Hey, it's all good, man. But anybody who catches us on Spotify and all that, where you just kind of listen, last week's episode, like he said, it will be uploaded shortly. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, man, I still love hip hop, man. And I'm just glad that I grew up being able to appreciate it. That I wasn't just because it's harder for kids growing up these days to appreciate hip hop because all they know is the music they hear on the radio. And the music they hear on the radio is all kind of one dimensional.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's real one dimensional. And so the kids don't know no better. And so you try to tell them, well, there's this over here, there's that over there. And they're like, oh, nah, that's played out. That's
you old, you old, nigga,
yeah.
old head, old suck ass, bust ass.
But trust me, man, as long as I'm still here, you're going to hear about this hip hop culture.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And I know Howie's the same way. So just glad we were able to come up with this platform to spread that word. So we want to be your source for everything about the hip hop culture. So anyway, but yeah, I love it, man. I do feel like hip hop is maturing, and I'm glad that it is. But I'm glad that we still see the true essence of hip hop in those people who are still keeping it alive, like RJ Payne. I mean, that dude, man, he's incredible. He needs to be more viral than he is. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Yeah.
RJ Payne is a problem.
Yeah, for anybody. You know what I mean? For anybody. So, but anyway, but yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say, man, as far as the hip hop growing up, maturing and all that. Did you have anything else you wanted to say about it?
No, I thought I did. Dang, I lost my train of thought. I will say, I will say this. It's not to say that, the other stuff is not needed. I mean, sometimes it's good to have the ratchet and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here, but it's definitely been oversaturated because everybody be thinking like, oh, this is easy. All I got to do is come up here. I'll just be on some thought shit or, niggas stole my money shit. I'll be the tough guy. I can be the pretty girl. And they kind of use it as a vehicle without, paying homage or respect to it. You know what I'm saying? Just like we were talking about Iggy Azalea, or what was it last time? Like, here it is, you in an art form of black people, and something happened, I believe, in Ferguson, and you're like, look, I got my rap career to think about. I'm not going up there to being active.
Right, exactly.
That's just weird to me. Even if you didn't have to go there.
Yeah,
all you had to do was just like, hey, my heart's, it's kind of messed up this situation. I don't understand. I may not understand it all, but my heart go out to this.
Exactly.
Something. But nothing. Just I got my rap career to think about. Look at that ass now.
Exactly.
No,
it's looking stupid. Yeah. So it's crazy, man. But y'all weigh in the comments, man. Let us know your perspective on hip hop as a culture, on hip hop, just getting to that 50-year point. You know what I mean? And where do you think we are today versus where we were before? And I will say this: I just want to make the record clear. We're not bashing, people like Sexy Red when they do all the ratchet music and all that, because we had ratchet music growing up in our day. We had 2 Live Crew and Uncle Luke and all of them, putting out the Doodle Browns and the Pop That, you know what I mean? All that.
Yeah, pop the.
Yeah.
Pop.
I mean, there's a lot of people who are here because of Freaknik and all of that.
Yeah, let me tell you something.
People are here just because of that.
Luke's nasty little tour and the Freaknik.
Man, listen,
a lot of you would not be here.
Yeah, so we definitely had ratchet music growing up in the 80s and 90s.
Oh yeah, fact.
But it's just that we had more of a balance.
Yeah, it was definitely more balanced.
You had your underground, you had your backpackers, you had your ratchet, you had this and that. It wasn't just, ratchet is what's selling a lot, so let's just keep doing that. What can you do to be more ratchet? You know what I mean? And so everybody just jumps on the trend, and we don't want hip hop to be a trend. We want it to be a culture that never goes away, a respectable culture. You know what I mean? So anyway, I just wanted to make that clear, but please don't forget, hit all the buttons, like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Brothers and sisters.
I'm trying to do the little Spider-Man joint.
That's not us throwing up gang signs. We're just trying to, help y'all know how to count.
The count.
But we all over the place. We got pages on, like you said, Spotify, YouTube. We're on Twitter, but we haven't really been heavy on Twitter. We got to get that going. We got Instagram, we got TikTok. So, please check us out on any of those platforms and wherever you can find the name Layers of the Culture, and look for our 2 mugs right here. You know what I mean? So anyway, I guess we can go ahead and wrap it up, man.
This was kind of like I said, this was kind of spur of the moment. So this was kind of like a short show.
Yeah. Actually, because we said last week that we weren't going to have a show this week. We lied.
Yeah, you lied. Well, you're the fuck. That's the flex, joint.
Exactly. You lied. But yeah. So we decided last minute to go ahead and drop an episode because we will not be here next week.
Wednesday.
So this time we are not lying. Next week we will not be here. And if we are here, it'll be in spirit. Right. But all right, y'all. For episode 11. Layers of the Culture. This is your man Kurt, and this is
Howie.
And we'll see y'all next time.
Peace.
Peace.